fundamentally about compassion, equity, and responsibility. Our generation has borrowed this art from our children. We have no right to live with damage. We have no right. We have a sacred duty to live it better than we found. Our responsibility is to make it better. One example I am giving. When you, sir, you are very senior, sir. I am asking one question. When you are at the age of 18 years, have you used mineral water bottle? Nobody knows it. Mineral water is totally, every water is drinking water. That means if there was no necessity. I am telling you, if you are not planting trees, then after 10 years, 20 years or 50 years, we have to use gas, oxygen cylinder. We have to carry oxygen cylinder with us. We have to carry oxygen cylinder with us. Now today we are laughing, hearing this, but you say after 50 years this is reality. Because we are responsible for this. We are cutting all the trees, not planting a tree. Earlier there was no concept of mineral water. No bottled water. There was no concept. But now we are used to it. So one day will come, we have to carry oxygen cylinder in our shoulder, then we have to work. Because the environmental pollution will be such a big way that we cannot survive. So we are so selfish. You see, one thing I am telling you, we are very selfish. We are drinking this mineral water so that we can survive more. Now you imagine about the other animals, cattle and other birds. Are they getting mineral waters? They are getting polluted waters. Now what will be now you see lot of animals are extinct now. Extinct, they are not available in the world. They are extinct because they are not getting the standard atmosphere, standard water, standard air because of pollution. In industrial area you see, you will not find a bird. You will not find a bird. The bird cannot survive. Not so much carbon monoxide and other hydrogen sulfide and other harmful gases are there. A collective pledge. Today, as we gather under the banner of the Global Call for Climate Action, let us make a collective pledge to protect nature, to reduce our environmental footprint, to support sustainable practices, to inspire others through our action, to become ambassadors of climate responsibility. As a member of Institute of Engineers, I feel very proud. Whenever forum I speak, if I am speaking about artificial intelligence, also I tell it. If I am talking about civil engineer, if I am talking about building construction, there also I tell, after the foundation, you are cutting so many trees and then you are creating the foundation. And after that, you plant trees. Every love, you have to tell the message to all. To support sustainable practices, to inspire others through our actions. Now you see, today we have planted trees. Then if you make one press release and give different newspapers, different organizations, Facebook, social group, social media group like this, others will also motivate it. Others will also motivate it and they will also follow the same. Doctors are there when all will have the same problem, environmental degradation, environmental pollution. This is not for only engineers. This is for doctors and other professionals of society. So we have to create example to the society. To inspire others through our actions, to become ambassadors to our climate responsibility. Let us ensure that future generations remember us not as a generation that knew the problem and did nothing. Please listen once again. Let us ensure that future generations remember us not as a generation that knew the problem and did nothing. We know the problem but did nothing. But as the generation that rose to the challenge and changed the course of history. That should be the thing. Before I conclude, I once again congratulate the Institution of Engineers, India, Tamil Nadu State Center, our Honorable Chairman Sir, Honorable Honorary Secretary Sir, and other distinguished engineers, members, all senior members Sir. I am very much grateful that you are here. And Tamil Nadu, this is my 10th visit. Gradually I am seeing greenery because when I am landing in the airport, I have seen the greenery is increasing. When I came first, greenery was not that much, but this time I am surprised that there is more greenery. That means people's participation, people have understood that we have to save our mankind, we have to save the nature. If we save the nature, nature will save us. Let us remember, now these two lines are very important. Please listen. The earth does not belong to us. The earth does not belong to us. But we belong to the earth. We belong to the earth. But the earth does not belong to us. But we belong to the earth. So it is our moral responsibility to save the earth for its future, for our next generation, for our grandson, granddaughter. We have to save the earth. And therefore, protecting our environment is not merely an option. It is our duty. It is our responsibility. It is our legacy. Let us unite our minds, our hearts, our technology, and our determination for a greener, cleaner, and more sustainable world. Together, let us answer the call. Together, let us act. Together, let us build a climate resilient future. Our planet, our responsibility. We should act now. Thank you. Jai Hind. I have written because I yesterday.
Thank you, sir, for your sharing the valuable insights and motivating us towards a greener and more sustainable future. As we approach the conclusion of this meaningful program, now I invite Dr. J. Bar so towards the sustainability, anybody want to give a talk on this? Please.
Good evening to all. Thank you very much. I am participating in this program here. So I am also big partner to IEI and big partner to environment here. So I am also participating in many things for the environmental aspects to take care of the environmental aspects. So today we have participated for the ocean cleanup with the designated beach. I just wanted to give some message about the coastal cleanup need of the hour. As all we know, nearly 3/4 of the planet is covered by water. The ocean is constant of the world, plays a vital role sustaining the life on Earth. Water is essential for us living beings, and the seas help us regulate weather patterns, generation of the monsoons, and bring rainfall that supports agriculture and ecosystem. Nature has provided us with everything needed to live a healthy and happy life. Countless aquatic animals and the marine organisms thrive in the ocean. However, human activities are increasingly polluting the precious resources. Large amount of water are dumped into the rivers, which eventually carry to the sea. Industrial pollution, oil spills, and especially plastic waste have become a major threat to the marine ecosystem. Plastic waste break down into the microplastics, which enter into the destructive systems of the aquatic animals and the equality and thereby the human food chains. We must reduce our dependency on the plastics and stop littering the roadside and public space. During the rain season, discarded waste is waste into the drain. River and the ultimately the ocean, every individual has to responsibility to our responsibility. When visiting the beach, we should not never leave behind the plastics, bottle, caps, containers, wrappers or other waste such as littering, contaminating the coastal ecosystems, damage marine habits and affect the beauty of the shores. We cannot create another plant, but we can protect preservative and we have. If we truly take care about the future generation, the greatest gift we can give them in the not wealth or property, but healthy environment and sustainability ecosystems. If every person plant a nature of the leaves one tree, we can witness a remarkable transformation of the planet. The change must be begin with us, not with the nature. Let us act together and create change together. Thank you very much.
You're on environment. Very nice. So take the pledge.
Thank you, sir. So, anybody? Just yes.
There was a dinner table conversation to me and my father last week. So he asked me what is the ambition after completing 4 years of chemical engineering. I said I want to become environmental engineer. So I'm undergoing MTech in environmental engineering. He asked me something related to social work. Does not take a lot of responsibility. He asked me to become either as a PSC officer or as an IAS officer. So he had a name of making me as an IAS officer. I said I feel like getting into environmental engineering because my second year, third year, fourth year, all the projects, all the hackathon event was based on environment. Like I did carbon capture, oil absorption, and this was my core work of projects. So even my fourth year, something I'm very good, plastics, microplastics, or integrated is something which I'm looking into. He asked me, get into IAS officer, I'm more valuable. I said, more than getting into IAS officer, it was my dream, it was very small. Getting into IAS officer, seeing collectors, working police officer, I see. One other day, I would be there, be coming in a silent car, this way, getting in. Then after getting into engineering, getting to my fourth year, I understood something that doing something to environment really gives me happiness more than whatever money comes. So I said him that I just want to be an environmental engineer. He said, write GATE exam, we'll see what's going to happen. I said him that I'm going to write GATE exam, I'll get into an IIT or an IIT college, I'll do environmental engineering. After that, I'll think of getting into IAS or what. Then after 2 days, 3 days, I saw you are also in IEI group of our colleges. Then I thought, how could this both connect into well? Because that's something is social service, this is also different social service, but how does this both connect relatable? Then I showed my mom and said, see this, someone is coming from IAS base. Then my mother said, we want you to become an IAS officer, go and ask him whether how this journey was conveying environmental into it. So really happy to see you here.
I am coming to university.
I just talked about this
Pathway to civil services. I will motivate you, you can become civil service. Sector plus bureaucrat.
Personal question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. So, good evening. I am Hussain. So, as you are an engineer and become an administrator, so which role played more, engineering or administrator, to the society?
So as engineer, sir, the basic foundation is engineering. So engineering is always in my mind. So I am also in my practical field also I am implementing engineering things in the society. Engineers are very punctual. Engineers are time bound. They are time bound. All engineering projects, you know, sir, they are 4 month duration or 6 month duration like this. So in you will be astonished to know there was one assembly election in Tripura. I am telling you live example. Assembly election was in Tripura during the year 2018, and the date for election was 18th of February. The date of the election, assembly election, very crucial election in the state. Assembly election. On 16th of February, the election date was 18th of February. Please remember this date, 18th of February. on 16th of February, 2 days before the election, at 12 noon, the Chief Electoral Officer, Sridham Torunakantisa, he is now the Director of Lal Bahadur Shastri National Administration in Mussoorie. He is now the present director, Moon Search. He was the Chief Electoral Officer and he has called me, Rajesh, I have to take team meeting. I said, sir, why all of a sudden, that time I was in the education department, I joined director. So, I told sir, why all of a sudden you are inviting for tea? What do you come for tea? Then I will tell you why I am coming. So immediately the senior officer, so immediately I had to rush to his office and had a cup of tea. With both of us had taken tea. Then he told me, now you have to rush to Dharamnagar. That is around 180 kilometers away from Agartala capital. I am from Tripura, so Agartala capital. So 180 kilometers from Agartala. So you have to rush immediately to Dharamnagar and you have to work as returning officer. Returning officer in the assembly election. And assembly election is within next 2 days. Other officers are preparing for the assembly election 6 months. 3 to 6 month preparation time is there. Why I am saying there? In all of a sudden, Election Commission of India has removed the present SDM there. Some complaints were there and he has been removed. And when I joined in the night 10 p.m. on the same day. And all political party members, even the candidates, they came and met me in the night. All I called them all that I have the new returning officer. Then they all told me, sir, we have to go for report. Then I told, why report? Because within 2 days, how is it possible to conduct the election, assembly election? It takes minimum 3 to 6 months time. Then I told, I am an engineer, number 1. Number 2, I am an expert in disaster management. So election also is a disaster. That's why I have said, for disaster management, you follow me, then you will see there will be free and fair election. And next to that, after 2 days, there was assembly election so smooth and free. Or even the person who lost, he appreciated me. I had lost, but you have done very free and fair. We are thankful to you. This is one example. Another example is that in the same district, one returning officer, she was preparing for last 6 months, and there was report. And in 2 days there was no report. But then she has given remarks, commented that I am not happy, I am not unhappy that there is report. But I am surprised why in Rajesh's case there is no report. Within 2 days how he managed. That is the engineering strength. Engineers can make dams, engineers can make buildings, engineers can make roads, even in administration engineer can excel. So that is the thing. So engineering is always in the mind. First I am engineer, then IS officer. IS comes next. Engineers is my bread and butter. Because after passing out from NIT Silchar, I joined as a lecturer in NIT Agartala. And my students that time, they have become now HOD of the civil engineering department. My next student, HOD of the civil engineering department, he has become professor now. I look very young. My students are older than me. So they have become professor, and there is another institute, IET, Tripura Institute of Technology. There Dr. Jinesh Dotto, he is also my student. He is also HOD. And I have more than 500 students right now. And they all are excelling in different fields. So whenever I go, now recently, within next month, I will be posted as district magistrate. So there, the superintendent engineer, executive engineer, SDO, SDO, subdivisional officer, assistant engineer, maximum are my students. Because I taught them 20 years before, 22 years before. They are coming to meet me, sir, I was your student. And now we have to work very hard. Now I am here, we have to work for the society, for the development of society. Now all are motivated. That is the motivation. And I am telling you, I am the first engineer to crack the civil services in Tripura. And see me, now you see, there are 20 posts, 18 are engineers now. And there are 20 posts, only, in my case, only 1 one engineer, I am the first person. And all are demotivating me that nobody from engineering background selected there. Why you are wasting your time? You work in engineering only, don't go for administration. Because nobody succeeded. If nobody succeeded, others will succeed. And you will be also surprised to know, before the declaration of the result, I designed for my past job. My engineering job I designed before the declaration of the civil services because I was confident. I was confident that I will be definitely clearing the civil services. I resigned 15 days before. And all are telling me, you have become mad. Why you have resigned? Why you have resigned? You should not resign now. At least you should wait for the result. I don't know, I will be getting selected. And in the selection list, my name is there. All are surprised. So that is the engineering capability. So first I am engineer, then civil servant. Thank you, sir. Sir.
Last time joined as a industry department, sir. We are promoting MSMEs. You know, DAC is there throughout India. National International. And now in startup, I want to ask, sir, for the development of startup in environment, what is your idea? Sir? Any schemes are there? We have Tamil Nadu global climate change that is next over the startup only, sir. They are also doing a lot of things. But any government of India contribution is there, sir. We want to promote startups, sir, to do some business or to start an MSME sector. So what are the areas they can do? So that what this is a social sector. Even we can tap CSR funds also from our building companies. So can you highlight on that? Sir? Which area the startups can be?
Startups in environment section, there are a lot of opportunities. Lot of opportunities. Suppose we are going to plantation, this is a social sector. But how do people, how we can serve to the nation, serve to the society? Through MSME, through startups. There are around 2-3 schemes. I am not aware right now, I cannot tell you because I have to see it. Under the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise, MSME, Government of India.
Is a prime minister government.
Yes, it is there. It is there. So Tamil Nadu should take the 100% advantage. 100% advantage. And you see, Government of India has recently changed. There is a paradigm shift. Earlier there was allocation of funds for different states. Now the fund allocation is performance based. Because some states, Government of India has supposed to have 1,000 crores, but they are spending only 400 crores. These are unspent. That means performance is not up to the mark. And some states got 1,500 crores, they spent 1,400 crores. That means their performance is good and they can physically and also financially they can show this. And you see, there is a geotagging. Geotagging is there. You cannot take other school that I have done it and there is nothing is there. Geotagging is there. I am now the managing director of the Tea Development Corporation. Lot of plantation were created.
Tea sector, sir.
Tea sector.
Industry of the society.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Food is our brands.
In tea sector, around 7 to 8 years before, there was plantation. If there is plantation, there is some expenditure made. Plantation is there, plants will be there. Now, in the field, there is no plant. There is no plant. I have written to the district ministry. What is the status? Why are these plants gone? You should make one inquiry commission. Why are the plants gone? But they have in front of me, they have raised bill 50 lakhs. Then I told, bills are there, very good. Why is the plants? Within 6 years, how the tea plantation will be vanished? Now all are scared now. Now they are waiting when I will go there and catch them. They are waiting. If I am here in Chennai, they are happy. When I go to Agartala, I will catch them. I go, how is the finished? So there are different schemes, particular schemes are there. I will request you, sir, please contact the MSME Government of India. They are very helpful. They are very helpful and Tamil Nadu should take the 100%. I am telling you, 2-3 states are there. They are actually always finding avenues how to get the revenue. Number one in this is Karnataka. Number two, Gujarat is always getting that they are very smart. Gujarati people, Kamcho, Majama. They are always Majama and they are taking the advantage. Even Rajasthan, they are also very tactful and very smart. Even Delhi is not so smart as Rajasthan. Because I was in NSC, I have seen. But Tamil Nadu can take the advantage. Even see Kerala also. Kerala people, they are also very smart. They know how to get the fund from government of India. So you can take the 100% benefit. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, as we approach almost the conclusion of this wonderful program, now we invite Dr. J. Bal, the Honorary Secretary of IEI TNSC Center, to propose the vote of thanks.
So thank you so much for your August presence, sir. So it's a good thing to see you on the occasion of World Environmental Day. So a global call for climate action. That is the theme that was proposed by IEA. So Kyoto Protocol. So people might be thinking about Kyoto Protocol. What was that? So that was supposed to be completed within a certain period of time. So we may not know it. After Kyoto Protocol, there was MDG Protocol, so that was defined, and MDG was also expired. Right now, we are within a boundary line, so it is about SDG goals, Sustainable Development Goals. So the sustainable goals need to be completed by 2030. But people, the entire government need to focus on such particular point, and people need to be connected. That is the focus behind it. So although India has promised that it will be completing its mission by 2070, by 2030 we need to get connected. So the global call is there. So we need to take up the action for climatic change. So yesterday it was so hot. So people might be thinking about, I am also a part of Tamil Nadu Electricity Board. So where the electricity seems to be the universal source and we are consuming all the resources. Sir was taking a lecture of all such things and he has covered all such points. He has quoted one particular point which is very much important. Ecology is inclusive of both flora and fauna. We are more greedy enough to take up all the resources thinking nothing about this flora and fauna. And he also quoted one particular thing. So always the people who are punished are the people who are not taken or enjoyed anything. The people who are sitting in the water bodies are the people who doesn't know what is the resources all about. They are being punished because of the greedy people. So that need to be addressed. It is a good point, a valid point that why we need to celebrate it. So the event is very much important, we need to understand. I could see a larger gathering today. So even though it is a holiday, so it is the second Saturday, but people have gathered in large numbers. So I could see the different volume of people. So come back in the good background. So I could see a professor who is sitting here, so from Satyabhama, the St. Joseph College. So he is more concerned about environmental and an environmental engineer who has completed the work and come back. So he has done a project today and he is also gifted 3 plantations today. So Uday Kumar sir, so who is always given an opportunity. So I could also see various people sitting here. So that means to say whether we are taking up the call. So by June 5th, so we wanted to celebrate this environmental day and we pledged it. So our Kamal sir is there. So who is an NIT product. So like Silchar. Sir completed his degree from NIT Silchar. So he is from NIT Trichy sir. So sir has proposed a proposal that this IEI would be greenish in the environment so that the future society would be making an ornamental thing, like sort of thing. So it is a legacy building. But the legacy is something like 100 years trees are grown here. That is one part. The second part is that you would convert this entire building as a green building. Wow. So that is That is the thought process which is being changed by our chairman. So who is a civil engineer, so who is also making an opportunity, giving us a freedom to do such things. So we have proposed a project that is 1 crore tree for the next 10 years by connecting only engineers. So that is the project that is being governed. It is not planting of trees. It is not planting of trees, but the trees should be grown. So a grown up tree for 20 years alone can change 1 kilogram of carbon, that is 20 kilogram of carbon dioxide to 20 kilogram of oxygen. A 20 years plant, not that of a plantation which is a sapling which is sitting here. That means to say we just want to grow it with an engineering passion. That is one thing. So 1 crore trees are going to be planted in 500 engineering colleges where 60 local centers are going to be connected, and we wanted all the engineering colleges to allocate. When we met in St. Joseph, they have a plantation. When you are going there, you can visit Satyabama as well as the St. Joseph sir. The St. Joseph CEO, he is such a person, kind-hearted person for trees. He just wanted the pathway to the college that it is a zigzag pathway. Why it was, why the straight line is there, why the buses are going in a zigzag means, he said that the trees should not be disturbed.
Yes.
The plantations are grown in such a way, the bus driver may not be knowing it. So I need to make the students as well as the driver need to understand that they should not harm the plantation. So that's the type of approach they have. And
One example I am telling, recently I visited IIT Chennai. There you see the speed limit is given 20 kilometers.
Yes, sir.
You cannot cross 20 kilometers.
10,000
For the same
fine,
reasons. So you see,
Yes,
this is
sir.
an example.
Yes, sir. So that is very much important. The people need to understand why engineers. So sir was talking about only engineering. So that was a good concept. So where an engineer become a bureaucrat, where the power plays a vital role. If power is there, so because land seems to be very much important. All the DROs and other people are sitting there, taking up the land, and they wanted to make it as a sitcot and other things. That is one for industrialization. Whether they have the equal responsibility to make the plantations grow means today Tamil Nadu as an example, sir, by 10th visit he has given an opportunity that during the aerial visit itself I could see more greenish environment. It is because of our ma'am, sir, Supriya South ma'am, who is a bureaucrat. She has done a project in water bodies, seashore, and even mangrove forest has been grown. And we also have the greenish environment where drone shots has been pulled up. So the seed ball is being thrown to the area where it would be impinging inside the land itself. So that's where when during the engineering passion, so whenever people want to plant trees means it may not be possible. We need to gather more people. Instead, the engineering itself is being utilized to plant the seedlings. So that is where Tamil Nadu government is also working. She is taken up green climatic company. The first in Tamil Nadu to have Tamil Nadu green climatic company, where she has done a wonderful job. So that is one part, and I am not going to put up my own words, but I just want to thank you by giving a more, what to say, like enthusiastic. But the two youths have gone, but still they have a commitment, so they have gone. But I need to make a point. So you said that it is engineering passion made you to become a bureaucrat and the topmost bureaucrat. Aiming such a high thing and achieving is not a simple thing. But he is the first IAS officer. So hats off you too, sir. So we are blessed to have you. So thank you so much for coming here. And also you said that bureaucrats can use common transport system, public transport system.
Yes.
The simplicity what I see you from, I learned from you. So that's what. Yesterday when you called me stating that you would be coming to this place, I thought that some 4 CSF or the people would be running behind and your car would be coming with 4 to 5 people. I never seen a simple person like him. So he was standing there talking with Balaguru. So he was also about to pick him. But he was standing there as a simple person. And I catch hold of him the first point itself, before Balaguru comes to play. But when he started, so he was jovial enough. I never seen an IAS officer laughing, keeping a smile. I have worked with more than 3 to 4 IAS officers in the past 2 to 3 years, but they don't keep a smile. So, but one particular person, as you said, the senior most IAS officer whom you want to meet.
Yes.
So he is none other than our chairman. So Radhakrishnan Jagannathan. So he is the person who used to smile all the time.
Yes.
Whatever may be the problem, he used to smile. So that is the kind of approach. Today, as Bhaskar sir was mentioning, the demand is growing like anything. Tamil Nadu has a demand of 21 gigawatt. But the Chennai has captured 5,000 gigawatt by last day. So one day before, it has touched 5,000 gigawatt. That is 5,000 megawatt. That is the capacity of load. So that means to say more generation is there, more consumption is also there. That is one part. Why there is more consumption? So because everyone want to be in an AC environment.
Yes.
So everyone is switching on the AC due to the economic growth. Tamil Nadu is growing like anything, so that's the passionate thing for the past 5 years. Now the economic growth made it possible that everyone want to install solar in their home. Means that is a good opportunity. No one has installed solar. By Electricity Act 2023, it emphasizes that no more you are a consumer, you are a prosumer. That's where IEI has taken an opportunity. By this term, we have made a solar training program, sir. So our MSME director today promised that we would empower it with the MSME certification itself, so that we might come out with the MSME training program for solar. So that every people who are sitting here, they can take up an opportunity to train themselves, and you can become a businessman by installing solar. There is a greater opportunity. PM Surya is there. We are giving 78,000 as a subsidy. So that means say you will be getting a 78,000 for installing 3 kilowatt, and your generation is also being paid for 25 years. That is a good opportunity. So as you have pointed out, climatic change is not about the perfection. It is not about the perfection. I will talk about perfection means it is not the perfection, but everyone need to participate. So that's what sir has given a very good thing. And rapid urbanization is destroying the forest. So monsoon timing is not the perfect due to urbanization. So and also he said one thing, the fast culture made tallest building in the world to reach the heaven directly. So he was cracking the joke, but still we could understand the pathetic situation. So everyone want to rise up, but for whose perfection? So it's something like we will get tallest floor, but who is going to live or when it is falling? They could see Aramco. That is day before yesterday what it has done in Aramco, it has fallen. But yesterday Elon Musk has touched three times higher, $75 billion, where Aramco could not reach when IPO was released. So that is the opportunity for searching something outside the earth. So that is the opportunity. Means what about living in earth? We need to live for another 100 years. Means we need to plant, working together, and we also be free from health condition. That's a good thought process. A person could not travel even for a kilometer. That he mentioned, sir. So because you see people in Apollo has more than how many branches? Means they have 10,000 medical shops, and they have branches around this 196 countries itself. So Apollo is residing. This Apollo, whenever the people come, they have all these oxygen masks and other things, like a fellow who is walking in the moon. So that kind of approach, however, normal man, because he doesn't have oxygen, he doesn't have heart itself. So heart replacements are done easily here. So that means a organ replacement is available. But whether for nasal activity, whether oxygen is available means that is not an opportunity or it is a mystery, means we have destroyed it. As he rightly pointed out, there was no water bottles before 20 years. Right now we use all these mineral waters. What we are going to gain means we are destroying everything, and we don't leave, actually SDG goal says leaving no one behind. It is understood in the wrong meaning, I think so. Leaving no one behind means that we say we should pull all the people to connect with such work. But now we made a possibility that we are not going to leave anyone, we would destroy everyone. That is the opportunity we have learned, I think so. The learned community wanted to do some nonsense only. So we need to make a healthy planet and cut off. There is a geo term called if you cut off one tree, you need to plant 5 trees. That is not there. So joining as a legislative, you would be empowering Tripura, sir. So we have seen only Sirapunji. So that is raining forever. But when you are there, Tripura would be also coming up, it is raining like anything. So, and we could also see the perennial water resources. We don't have any perennial water resource in Tamil Nadu, but still we are generating power from hydel. So because with this sort of engineering activity, that is what been done by our engineers. This institution of engineers need to make a pride of such engineers. I could see all the boards which is given here, all are from PWD and electricity board. Engineers are sitting as a secretary and chairman. So that is a greater opportunity where they built this Tamil Nadu. So where this environmental day has come to a conclusion where we could see lot many people are connected. So dedicated people. Today we are seeding something, by tomorrow we will be reaping it. I thank each and every individual. I also need to thank last minute connectivity. Mallika madam has arrived, but still. So although she has come late, but she was about to portray another personality. So he was about to be there. So whether he has arrived? That Palavaram. Okay, so I was about to introduce another person, sir. So yeah, actually there is a project called Net Zero Coimbatore. Coimbatore Net Zero project. In that project, some DRO was telling one thing, because IIT professor ma'am was sitting and she was telling the nonsense is happening. Every time we talk about net zero, these animals are coming. These animals are coming and it is a nuisance for us. We have made an opportunity that we have a vehicle to catch up all the animals and throw it somewhere. Then I asked you only one question, ma'am, so I have a request. So ecology, as you said, I used to use the same word. Ecology is inclusive of flora and fauna. Who has invited these animals to Coimbatore, ma'am? So you have invited people for transportation in Coimbatore. It's a bus stand as well as marketplace. Who has invited these cattle to this place? So that means to say it is by nature. Even though compound is available, when the smell is available, it is coming directly and eating up. There is a menace which talks about other things. For carbon net zero, they have installed a plantations here, biofuel plant, which is sitting in Cheshire. They have a problem. All the vegetable waste can be processed, but they could not process this banana tree trunk. So that cannot be processed. So there was a trouble, there was a problem statement. They can't utilize it. But these cows eat up all these things and put as a cow dung which is being utilized there. But this fellow who was about to be there, he has made saris and trousers from this trunk, banana trunk. He was about to have a visit today, so he wanted to display and he wanted to present it, but somehow or other he could not join. But we are ready to portray such stalls by next week. So we are planning. So by this month we want to have a sustainability market system with IEA where the engineering would be working with waste product. That is the opportunity. Mallika madam has promised that she has already connected with 100 entrepreneurs. So all over Tamil Nadu, and she would be taking care of such things. Engineering activity would be coming up. So that's a good opportunity. So I have taken much of your time. So thank you so much for your presence, sir. So we were inspired at the day completed because of your speech, inspirational speech. Thank you so much. I also need to thank our chairman. So he has completed the counseling meeting and came back, and he wanted to do such things immediately. And it is a good opportunity that we have done this program with the success. What the success is something like, I could see 10 to 15 people querying and who are more interactive until the completion of the meeting. Thank you so much for your presence. I could also need to thank all the senior members who are sitting there. So I am thankful to all the people. I also need to thank Bhaskar sir, who doesn't miss out any of the program. So thank you so much for your presence, sir. I also need to thank the people who are sitting in the front. So always been an inspiration. So my friend, another friend, new friend has come up, Shanmu Sundaram sir from Kalpaka. He is very dedicated and committed with a nuclear power plant, but still whenever he starts from Kalpaka, he would reach out within the time. So that is a good thing. Thank you so much, sir. So I also need to thank one of the committee member who is sitting there. So like Divya ma'am. So she is only one committee member. Although SDG goals talk about gender equality number 5, I don't see even 5 members as a committee member in IEA. So more ladies are there present in many parts, but I don't see members coming forward. So thank you so much for your presence. I need to thank our joint secretary who is energetic to put forth all such things, and the plantations were sponsored by him. So he used to take up such a passionate thing. So always bringing up trees. He is also connected with Lions Club, planted more than 5,000 trees in his tenure last 2 years. So that is a good opportunity. I also need to thank Mr. Malika Madam. So although you are late, but still you would put up the latest information over the board. So thank you so much. I thank all the members who are supporting engineers, Mr. Dinesh and Mrs. Radhi, so who are part of this program. Thank you so much, and we will meet up with a very good program. Thank you. We'll rise up. Okay, we'll rise up. To conclude it, we'll rise up for the next matter.